Okay, we are live now. I'm live with
All right.
the founder of Chebiba, Emmanuel Olatunji EGA, the
Yeah.
exceptional being. Good afternoon, boss. My writing
Yeah.
mentor. Thank you so much. Not
Good
just a writing
afternoon.
mentor too, relationship mentor too. Thank you so much, sir. Your story inspires me so well every time. Remember, I got connected to you. It was through writing and through your story. You were writing about how you started your writing journey from freelancing and all that stuff, and now you married, how you met your wife, how you were monitoring her. She was reading your write up, your articles, and eventually the both of you became husband and wife. I was like, wow, I want something like that to be my story too. And now you write effectively, you just generate content every time. You write without getting tired. I was like, is it a writing machine or what? I don't understand how this man is doing it. What's the magic? I want to learn the secrets on how he's doing this stuff. And I went to register for Teviva Writing School. And I was happy I did that too. And I did not just do that. I also invited others to come and learn too. Many registered for the writing stuff, and I was happy. I can always talk about it because people now today, people ask me, how Collins, how do you write? How do you generate so much content? How do you tip deeper? How do you They don't understand where I'm coming from. So I'm making it public today. It is Tebiba School of Writing that I got to learn some secrets. How you can be writing. In fact, I can turn this video to write up. I can just sit down and write. I don't there's also I don't even think if Mr. Emmanuel believe in something they call writer's block. Somebody should say I'm having writer's block. I don't know how to generate content. Even your life is a content. What you are seeing now, people that are passing wearing different colors of clothes is a content. So even this fly that's running up and down is a content. So when I went to register for his academy, I got to know this thing were now open to me. I was like, whoa, so this thing is a secret. It's not actually a secret, it's a system. But when you don't know it, it will be a secret. Until you get to know it, you will now understand the system. You now know how to build the structure and continue. So this is my mentor when it comes to writing and relationship. His name is Emmanuel Olatunji. And I am so happy to have you here, sir. Thank you for coming to
Thank
speak
you.
at the Universal Conference. The last one we did, the first edition, my mentor was the keynote speaker now. How can I be doing big stuff and my mentor will not be out of it and be one of the big players? So he was the keynote speaker, he honored me, it came from me. He had to do all the sacrifice, what it takes, even if it was not convenient for him. He have to leave everything and just focus on me and focus on making impact. It's just about something that comes from him naturally. He does that. He does it even if he's not going to be paid for it. He does it, and this is actually what he get paid for. People invite him to come speak. They pay him over $1 million or half $1 million for him to speak in a conference or in a program or in church. And now he's doing well in ministry, in business world. He's just doing it all to the glory of God. And I love when he always talk about God in his life. Talk about, I'm like, and he's telling no. You know, some people will not talk about God on Facebook. They will always focus on their business because they don't want somebody to say this guy is being religious. He's trying to tell us he's a Christian. But you will see, even when he's teaching, go and register for Silver School, right? You see how you talk about God. You will see, you make it relatable. Even though you're a Muslim, you will still want to hear more. So thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Your people are
You're
here.
welcome.
Somebody is saying Akimole Gracie said definitely Terrible School of Writing is the best and I never regretted I registered to the school. Oh, I know this lady. Oh, I know her. The one who wrote the educated something book, right? The educated woman, right? She's the one that the educated woman. So I know her. Wow, welcome. Thank you for joining Akimole Gracie. We have some other people watching us live now. So welcome here, mentor. It's good to have you here for this conference. So we want to learn the secret, how you crack the code of words. Because I think there's a mastery you've gained that made you know this. And that's how you wrote How to Never Be Broke Again. You wrote a book, How to Never Be Broke Again. I bought that book. I have about I can't even count how many books of yours I have now. I have hard copy, I have soft copies. So please Go and buy his book, How to Never Be Broke Again. The things we'll be sharing here are part of the things written in that book and some of his personal experience. So go read that book, How to Never Be Broke Again by Emmanuel Olatunji EGA, the exceptional being. The person that forwarded that book was Tade Cash, the founder of White Island Properties, WIP Africa. So that book, this is something you have done over the years, and he just documented it. Documented it. Mistake many people made, and we see we have Nigeria billionaires, people who are here, they don't document, but they are worthy. They don't transfer this wealth to others. That's why we are doing this global wealth transfer, so that the knowledge can be transferred for financial literacy. It could be transferred to others. You understand? So these people who are successful, many do not document, they only deliberate. But the mistake they made is they don't transfer it to generation. Because many people deliberate without documenting. But look at people like Emmanuel Olatunji EGA. He documents before he deliberates. He documents and deliberates. So this thing will be passed on to his children. They can take it as a manuscript and read and like, oh, daddy wrote this. Okay, let me follow this process. The process, the system. And this is how wealth is being transferred through this knowledge. Premium information is what will change one's life. And I'm happy to have you here to share more for us. Thank you so much, mentor. And I love you. Thank you for always showing up for me. Even if it's not convenient for you, try to make yourself available for me. I love you, sir.
You're
I love
welcome.
you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love you. I remember the last time I brought you, you said there are some risks one needs to take. You were speaking to my host. You told her you have to take risk to be here, and it's a good risk. You have to leave everything, business, just to show up. And you continue to do that for me. I love you. Your reward, you reap it here on net, not in heaven, no. On net here that we know ourselves. Thank you. And my regards to your wife,
Amen.
Shidera. Thank you. And your children. I love you. I love your wife. I love your family. You are a role model, worth of emulation, an icon, a mentor, a force to be reckoned with. So I love you. Words can't even help me. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So now we want to
You're
know
welcome. It's a
how you
pleasure to be
built.
here.
Thank you. Thank you. We want to know how you built. Well, how did you start? How did you crack this code? What are the secrets you found? And how did you build a system that you have set structures to get to this level? Welcome. But you can introduce yourself in a few minutes. In this video, I'll put the description of your intro in the description of this YouTube video. So anybody want to know more about him can read it there. Want to follow him on Facebook? This is his name on the screen. LinkedIn, anyway, even have a YouTube channel where he dish out content. So that's just it. Thank you, sir. So moving on.
Okay, thank you very much. So I was in a meeting with an international client of mine, more like a prospect yesterday, and so during our session, during the meeting, he asked me that what's my belief on wealth, what's my belief on prosperity, because especially as a Christian, because this is a concept that today many people have different feeling about. So it was as if it touched a very important place in my heart, because all of his question, of course, I was answering, but the moment it touched on that, man, I went into I just went into a story, and it became a mind-blowing session for both of us. It was a very, very interesting meeting. So now, coming here today, asking me how I was able to, build a life of wealth. So it's a topic that I like to talk about. It's a topic that I like to share with people, because I believe that everyone deserves to be wealthy. So it's one of my fundamental beliefs in life. Everyone deserves to be wealthy. So if you are here and you strongly want to attract wealth to yourself, then I want to congratulate you. This is the best, event you can participate in right now, because what you're going to be hearing from me is going to be the raw truth. I'm not one of those people who kind of, try to cover up stuff, who don't go straight to the point. No, I don't belong to such category of people. I will tell you the way it is. You know, I will tell you the truth. And what you'll be hearing from me today is nothing but, the real truth. So first of all, I didn't grow up, I didn't grow up with a silver spoon. There are some people that you will say that they were born, with a silver spoon in their mouth. Their parents were wealthy, and they just grew up to discover that, well, I was born into wealth. That wasn't my own story. All right. So I grew up in a very, very low background. I grew up in, from a very, very, from a background with abject poverty, to call it what it is. So just to paint the picture, imagine, living in a very small room with a wooden window, and whenever rain fell, there will be no sleep there will be no sleep at night, because we'll all be busy trying to, you know, um, ensure that all the water that has entered into the room, we kind of dried it up and all of those things, especially during the time that there is heavy downpour. So that's exactly the kind of that's the picture. Just to give you a picture, a kind of a glimpse of the background that I came from. So imagine someone from that background, definitely it was not a funny experience, because I grew up with a poor mindset. I grew up thinking that I was destined to be poor. I grew up thinking that, okay, there were some people that they were destined to be wealthy, while some people, were destined to be poor. So I thought that I belonged to those category of people that was destined to be poor. And this really tortured me until God began to, rework on my mindset and all of that. So I'm going to say that the journey began with God. Yeah. And like I said, I started answering this question by saying that whatever you be hearing from it may not just, so it's not just that, okay, maybe I'm trying to project myself as one thing or the other. No, I'm going to share the truth and nothing but the real truth. It doesn't matter how you feel about it, but this is my own truth, right? So the journey began for me with God. That's just the truth, because it took me a long time. And because of the kind of mindset that I grew up with, even when people kind of see a kind of prospect, they see that, oh, this guy is going far, this guy will become somebody, or, he would at least do something with his life in the future and all of that. I tend to not agree with them. I tend to kind of like, what are these people saying? I didn't even know whatever they're saying. And I've had a couple of, experiences like that. So the journey for me began with God. The moment I started my relationship with God, God started working on my mindset. All right. So I want to say here is that wealth creation, wealth building, wealth generation begins with your mindset. And that is just the fact. Now I know that there are a whole lot of books that has, spoken about this. There are a lot of books that people have written based on this fact. And I want to tell you that it is because of those people who wrote those books. They've seen it practically, that, wow, to build wealth, it begins from your mindset. So wealth is a mindset thing, poverty is a mindset thing. You understand? Now many people have this notion that wealth is just all about having money in the bank. No, I can tell you that there are some people today, they are so poor that the only thing they have is money. You understand? So you need to understand that wealth is beyond, having cash at hand. Wealth is a state of, is a state, is you becoming something. All right. Is not it's not Wealth is long lasting, it's not temporal. All right. You can, having riches is kind of temporal. You can be rich today and not rich tomorrow. You can have cash in the bank today and not have cash tomorrow. But when you are wealthy, whether you have cash or not, you are who you are. You've become it, because wealth is a state of mind. All right. So my own started with, that mindset evaluation. So I had to have a paradigm shift. I had to work on my mindset. I started building healthy thoughts. I started building wealthy thoughts, because there are thoughts that keep you wealthy and there are thoughts that keep you poor. Your wealth and your poverty begins from your thoughts. All right. So how you think will determine who you become. So if you consistently think that, see, for instance, I told you for so many years, I felt like I deserve to be, I belong to the poverty class. I was created to be poor. And trust me, I remained poor. It doesn't matter who was there to help me. It doesn't matter what people were saying about me. It doesn't matter even the opportunities that were around me at the time. The fact that I thought it that I deserve to be poor. I remained poor. And that's it. So no one can help someone whose thinking process is based on poverty. So when you keep thinking poverty, you remain poor. Even if you are giving 1 million naira, you are giving $1 million, because of you are thinking it that you are a poor person, you would always find yourself, in that state. You see that you would definitely be poor. That's why I have to establish that fact that poverty or riches or wealth it's not about your cash. It's the state, is who you become, and that is it. So today, everything I have today, i already I already imagined them. I already thought about them before I even realized them. All right. So today people can say, "Oh, I have a beautiful wife. I know a wonderful family. Like, I'm doing well for myself and all of those things." Well, I already saw those things before they even came to being, because yeah, I've understood, what wealth really is about. All right. And I'm saying to everyone listening to me today, wealth is easily built. Yes, you can build wealth easily if you understand the principles. It's just all about understanding the principles, all right? So when I started working on my mindset, all of those things, then I needed to start studying what are the principles, all right? What are the set of principles that you can live by? So now, principles are a set of, they are patterns, they are a set of, systematic process that you can decide to live by, and you will definitely get a certain results. Okay, so they are probably a way of life whereby you want to live based on to get a certain result. And so that's it. So that means if you do this, follow this rule, you will definitely arrive at this point. And that's it. And that's why if you want to be wealthy, you can be wealthy. You can be wealthy no matter the background. Your background does not, you know, determine where you will be. Your background does not determine who you will become. No, you might have come from a maybe a more, a more terrible background than mine. But the truth is this: you can still build a life of wealth for yourself. The truth is this: you can still change your life. You can change your story. You can become wherever you choose to be. You can redefine your story. You can redefine your history. You can rewrite your story. You can change your life. All right. So it begins by you changing your thoughts, begin by you working on your mindset, have a paradigm shift, begin to, follow the principles, study what are the principles of wealth. And trust me, everyone who has, achieved wealth today, you can go and study them. The success leaves clues, all right? And you will see there are patterns. There are patterns. If you merge 20 wealthy people in the world today and study them, you will see that most of them, I mean, all the 20, not even most of them, all the 20 followed. You'll see that one, two, or three things are very, very similar with all the 20 people. Let me give you a practical example. So let's talk about the Elon Musk. Let's talk about Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, these are the people at the highest level of wealth today. If you want to talk about wealth, these are the people that is like, every one of us can relate with. Now, but mentioning the likes of Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, you can begin to think one thing that is similar with all of them. Number one, all of them, they are providing value. All of them. Now, the way they are providing value might be different. For the likes of Elon Musk is providing value in one way, Bill Gates providing value in another. But one thing is the fact is they are all providing value, right? So that's what I'm trying to tell you, that when you merge 20 wealthy people together, you will definitely be able to see that, oh, they are doing something similar. You'll be able to see that similarity. You'll be able to see those principles that made them to be wealthy. Number two, they are all readers. They all believe in reading. They all believe in reading, studying, the research. They believe in personal development. These people that I've just mentioned, they don't toy with personal development. They invest crazily in personal development. They research. They believe in learning. You understand? So if you want to also be wealthy, it's just simple. Okay, start. You don't have to meet Elon Musk today before you can practice what he is practicing. You don't have to meet Bill Gates today before you can know the principles that he lived by, that made it possible for him to build wealth. You can learn from afar. You can apply those things to yourself. And the beautiful thing for me is that principles are the same everywhere. Principles don't like, they're the same. So whether Elon Musk is in US, or is in South Africa, or is in Japan, or is in any part of the world, it doesn't matter. You know, you can take those same principles that worked for him in US and apply it here in Nigeria, and it will work for you. And those are exactly the things that I did. I started, I realized that, see, if I want to change my story, if I want to build well, it's not about me clamoring and saying that, oh, Nigeria is not working, this and that. No, I need to start adding value. Wealth speaks to value. All right. If you add value, definitely you'll be able to attract wealth. So I started thinking, how can I add value to people? How can I bring solutions to people's problem? Because it is the more solution I provide to people, the more I'm able to attract wealth to myself. So I started adding value to people, started solving people's problem, while other people are making excuses, while other people are complaining, while other people are, looking at the situation of things in the country. I am thinking that, okay, how can I solve this problem? How can I bring value to this person? How can I, step into this industry and revolutionize it? How can I solve this problem? And guess what? The more I did that, the more people trusted me, and the more people started, money started flowing, started attracting wealth to myself. And today, I live a stress-free life. I don't hustle for money. I have to, and I'm not saying this with pride. I say this with all sense of humility. I don't hustle for money. I don't chase money. Money is the one that chases me. In fact, sometimes I will just think, I'll just say, God, this one, like, God is just too much. It's like, it's like magic. You understand? It's like magic. It's like, you're no longer putting effort to something. Today, there are people that before they can make 10 naira like this, they have to sweat. They have to literally risk their life. You understand? But today, from the comfort of anywhere I am in the world, I can, I have this confidence. I have this belief that I don't have to struggle. If I go to America today, I have this strong belief in me that I'm not going to struggle. If I go to the UK today, I have this confidence, this belief. Like, it is not pride, it is the fact, because I understand everything now. It is very, very clear. I understand the principles, and the principles are the same everywhere, just for you to apply them, and you start getting the results. So if I go to any part of the world today, I'm going to be wealthy. I'm going to be wealthy, no matter the the state of things in the country. Because I think, in fact, one of the hardest place on earth now when it comes to building wealth is Nigeria. That's one of my belief. Anyway, well, this is debatable, but I believe that if you can succeed in Nigeria, come on. Imagine where policies are stacked up against you, where you can wake up one morning
You will
and just
succeed
one government,
anywhere.
yes, where just one government policies can just change your entire life in a moment. When you sleep one night, fuel is 700, fuel is probably 500 per liter, and you woke up the next morning, fuel is now 1,000 per liter. Like, to succeed in such economy, to be able to live wealthy in such economy, then tell me which other economy you cannot survive in. So definitely when you
Nowhere.
go to a saner climb, definitely you'll be able to do way better. All right. So that's why I said that I am very confident that there is no place on earth that I go today that I will have to now suffer or struggle. No, today people don't even believe, like, I mean, like, you mean you are living in this country and you're doing all these big things. And I have so many clients that are abroad, and they also envy me. They are the ones abroad. I should be envying them. I should be like, but they used to envy me because, when they were here, they couldn't, really, really achieve what I was achieving. They couldn't do what I was doing, which is one of the things that necessitated you know, their immigration and all of that, or their relocation. But for me, I'm able to do stuff. I've done a whole lot of stuff. I've run conferences, I've innovated stuff, I've brought in technology advancement in this Africa. I've, helped people to publish their stories. I've run trainings, I've done courses, I've done a whole lot of stuff. And right now, as talking about, I'm thinking again, what next? What next? What next? Because I am pro value. I am all about giving value. You understand? I don't chase money. I don't know, I run after money, but I think about value. I think about solution, and I know that once you truly, truly, you are pro solution, you are pro value, you are pro solving problem. Money will be the one chasing you. You'll be the one. Like I said earlier. I said today I get to a point where I'm like, God, is this not too much? Like, I would just. There are some days that I would not be expecting a dime, because I'm actually not expecting any dime, and that day I might go to bed as much as making a profit of 50,000 naira, profit of 25,000 in a day. Understand? Like, if you live in Nigeria, and this thing I'm saying, it will make more sense to you. To make you appreciate what I'm trying to say. In a s- in a day that, okay, it's not that you did anything. You didn't do anything, but because of I've been able to, I understand this wealth thing. So I've built so many systems that they can generate me money, you understand, without me having to do anything. So I may be on my bed all day for the next 24 hours. And that very day, like, without doing anything at all, and I'll still make money. So it's sometimes I'm just like, this is not too much. This is just so sweet, you know. So I'm saying all of this to just let you understand that this thing that we are saying here is practicable. Because I mean, when my host asked me the question, he'd be like, how do you mean that someone can build wealth and all of those things? It is because he had seen it, and he knows that, yes, definitely you can build wealth. So I just hope I've been able to, so that I don't take much of our time. Let me just leave it there.
Yes, you've answered everything. People think, according to me, I don't see wealth as a science rocket. From my own personal experience, you just need to be in some certain cycle. Your association will affect your vibration. When you are in a cycle with people like Emmanuel Olatunji EGA, you can't be thinking poor, number one. Your mindset will begin to change. There will be a renewal. You begin to hear information again and again. When you repeat that information over and over again, like you watch this video repeatedly, because one king said, whatever you hear or whatever you eat over and over again, repeatedly, will eventually eat you up. So when I talk about wealth, people think it's about having money in your bank account. If you have wealth and you are not able to transfer it to others, you are not being worthy. So from my own secret, building wealth is being in this particular cycle, association. When you listen to information, being in some rooms and gatherings, there's some information that cannot be Googled. Some things you will see, a personal experience cannot be Googled. If you even find it on Google, it will be him that has published it. So some experience cannot be published out there because they value that information. It's premium. They share it in some certain rooms, in some certain cycles, in some certain conferences. So from my own personal experience, for me now to have a real estate company and have property worth billions of naira, have an estate at the age of 25, then what does that tells you? I'm in a certain relationships. People who make my dreams happen, I don't have to pray too much about it because I have them in my life. I have them in my circle. I don't need to wait till 50 years for me to be able to have money to go buy property. I can buy properties now on credit with relationship that can say, give this guy so acres of land. I trust him without me having to go and bring my grandfather death certificate and all that, whatever it takes for me to be able to be able to take sorry, I'm on the call. For me to be able to take property, they will tell you bring this, bring that, bring this, bring that. How long will it take me to have property of 100 million, 200 million? When I don't even have it in my bank account, I have to be going to collect collateral, collect everything. But now I don't have to do that. I just have to build relationship. People can give me their estate, take this, add it to your company portfolio properties. And that's how I started. I don't have to wait. Because what I'm doing now should have taken me maybe 50 years to come before I'm able to do it. But because I understood the secret and I have to implement, execute in my own association, there's something we have that they call NERO, acronym NERO. No excuses, results only. That's one of our language, or let me call it mantra. No excuses, results only. Narrow club. So it's not a science rocket. You just have to be in this circle. And I'm happy I have people like him in my life who have read their books. The knowledge has been transferred to me, and now it's transferring to others. It's legacy building. This word transfer is sustainable. Anybody can come and take it. This video is published on YouTube. Anybody can listen to it, and it will be transferred to them by them positioning their mindset, positioning their spirit, being in that frequency, being in that atmosphere, and they will attract it. So, my Oga, thank you so much. Thank you. Now, I want to ask you, because you came from into sources, I don't even need to ask that question because I wanted to ask, do you believe in word transfer? Because you're already experiencing it. It's your story. So why should I be asking if you believe in word transfer? Can it be transferred? So do you believe anybody can come from nothing to something? Do you believe that, sir?
Okay, I think the I heard, like you said, I already answered that in in the first question that you asked. Like, definitely, if you if you believe it, you can experience it no matter your background. Like I said, you don't have to allow your background to put your back to the ground. All right, it doesn't matter what other people are saying. It doesn't matter what your village people are saying. All that matters is, are you ready, to really build this thing? And then, yeah, so I believe definitely that irrespective of your background, irrespective of your skin color, irrespective of your country, you definitely can build well. Anyone can build well. It's just like I said, it's a matter of following the right set of principles, understanding the true concept of wealth, wealth building, all right, and then putting those things into practice, and then, yeah, you definitely be able to build wealth. So it's not about just knowing this. It's not about having the theoretical knowledge that, oh yeah, okay, wealth is transferable, wealth, I can build wealth, and then you just sit down and expect that because I said that, I can sleep for 24 hours. I heard this man said he can sleep 24 hours and he'll still make money. Oh yeah, let me to go and sleep for 24 hours. No, and you know, I have put in system into place. I have put in the work. I have done what I need to do, and then, yeah, it just keeps working for me like that. So if you also are ready to
You
put
have
in
to
the
work
work,
again.
if you are
Yeah.
ready to put in the work, definitely you'll be able to also achieve the same results. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. There's something I love you said. You said it's not about your village people, thinking about village people. And I think a Nobi wrote a book, your real enemies are not your village people. It's your mindset, the cultural beliefs, the belief system you have, the ideas that have been sold to you, the environment you stay have programmed you. So you can unlearn poverty and learn success by being in this kind of society, listening to people like Emmanuel Olatunji EGA, listening to his wife, listening to people like Ume Collins, it will be people like Ubon King, people like the people we have in this conference. And these are you attract, you magnetize this wisdom, this knowledge, this experience. So thank you, boss. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. You're
for
welcome.
sharing this. So, how would I get your book, How to Never Be Broke Again? That book, I need some people who are interested to get the book.
Yeah, the book is 10,000 naira. You can message me directly to get it. You can get it on my website www.emmanuelolatunji.com/shop. That's my shop. You can get it on Amazon. Yeah, so it's available anywhere. You can get it on Amazon. If you buy things on Amazon, if you want to get it directly from me, you can just send me a WhatsApp message.
Uh,
Mr. Collins will give you my WhatsApp contact, so you can contact me directly.
all right, thank you, boss. You can see that you can get his book on Amazon. He's not just a Nigerian man; he's a global man. He's a global man. He's global. You can get his book from any. If you like, don't be in Nigeria. Anywhere you are, you can get the book. There are
Yeah,
people watching from Canada now. Yeah, there are people watching from Canada. I have a friend, more than I think about 6 people watching from Canada. Then UK, India. Oh, my people in India too are watching. They told me. So you can get the book from anywhere you are.
yeah.
Anywhere you are, you can get the book. So thank you so much, sir. We have come to an
You're
end of this session.
welcome.
If you have a question, you can drop your question. We have just 2 more minutes to leave. I have a keynote speaker I'm about to bring up here now. So if you have a question, drop your question now. Then we'll call it a day. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for always
Yeah,
paying attention to me. Even if you don't know me
you're
from
welcome.
Adam, but you got to know me over the years. Thank you. God bless you. And my regards to your wife. I noticed she
The
was even,
pleasure is
in
mine.
fact, as I comment, your wife is there
Yeah,
watching with us.
she,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Oluwa Shidera Adiola. She's there with us. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you.
You're welcome. God bless you
I
too.
love
Thank
you.
you. Love you too, brother. Thank you.
Bye.